Good reflexes is a very important facet when it comes to dodging attacks and in overall combat. No one knows reflexes better than these Disney-owned properties: Spider-Man 2099 Miguel O'Hara, and the Dathomirian Zabrak Darth Maul. But ironically, Miguel doesn't even have Spidey sense, so let's just stick with the lit concept of Disney owning everything, including these two characters. Speaking of lit, I would like to share with you my favorite wallet, the Ridge wallet. It's light, sleek, and industrial. It doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge in your back pocket. It's actually designed to fit easily into your front pocket. The wallet holds up to 12 cards plus cash. There are over 30 different colors and designs, from carbon fiber, burnt titanium, and aluminum navy. This wallet is extremely durable, and each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. You could buy this wallet once and carry it for life. The Ridge team is so confident that you'd like it that they'll let you test drive it for 45 days, and you can send it back for a full refund if you don't love it. Ridge also has many other amazing products as well, such as phone cases and backpacks. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/rumble. That's ridge.com/rumble, and use code RUMBLE. You can do that by clicking the top link down below. Thanks to Ridge for sponsoring this video. In the year 2099, Miguel O'Hara, head of the genetics department at Alchemax Corporation, had his DNA rewritten with the genetic code of a spider. Yes, it's quite a bland origin story, but still a little more unique than getting bitten by a radioactive spider, like literally every other Spider-Man. Because of his rewritten DNA, he now has the power of a spider's strength, speed, and agility. Plus, he is the Spider-Man of tomorrow, here to save the day today. In terms of agility, he is compared to the Spider-Man we all know and love, Peter Parker. His vision is also excellent, as he can see otherwise impossible things to the average human eye. And in terms of healing factor, he does have minor regeneration powers. Miguel is also insanely strong. His claws are capable of easily tearing through swords, guns, and he was also capable of cutting off Venom 2099's arm. He is also stated to be on par with the Peter Parker Spider-Man in terms of strength, and Peter has been stated to lift up to 10 tons. Spider-Man 2099 is also quite fast. He is also not only comparable to Peter, who is fast enough to dodge lightning, but also tag Quicksilver and dodge an optic blast, putting him at the very least base FTL in terms of reaction speed. He has also proven that he can go this fast, as he effortlessly snagged a pair of missiles while mid-air. His fangs and claws are super strong, as they're capable of tearing through concrete. He can also shoot webbing like any other Spider-Man, and he shoots it through his spinnerets. Unlike Peter's webs, which are artificial in the comics, Miguel's webs are completely organic, similar to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man in the movies. As for durability, Miguel survived an attack from the 2099 version of Mjolnir. This version easily busted through buildings as if they were nothing. Miguel has also fallen off a large building and survived. Not only that, but right after he'd fallen, he got right back up effortlessly, but of course he has his limits and his weaknesses. Speaking of weaknesses, his eyes are extremely sensitive, as they can easily be blinded by light, and even though his webbing is organic, in a long drawn out fight he can actually run out of web and would have to create more over time. Darth Maul is a Dathomirian Zabrak, as well as the apprentice of Darth Sidious, aka Emperor Palpatine, or at least he was until he was presumed dead after he got beaten by Obi-Wan Kenobi. However, several years after his presumed death, he came back and was stated that he survived purely out of hatred alone. Being one of many Sith Lords, Maul has plenty of Sith Lord powers, such as enhanced senses, telepathy, the power to lift things telekinetically, and he has even shown the power to control others with the power of the Force. He is even shown to use his mind to understand technology and manipulate its systems. And of course, we can't forget about the iconic dual-edged lightsaber, and he's quite skilled with this thing, especially when he wants to get up close and personal with his foes. He may only have the physical strength of a peak human, but thanks to the Force, he can easily make up for it. He is comparable to Count Dooku in terms of Force strength, both of which have used it to destroy everything around them and even bend metal. With the power of the Force, Maul was able to overpower General Grievous in a contest of strength. Don't cheat, guys, that's not fair. He is also extremely skilled. proven as he has not only killed Obi-Wan's master, Qui-Gon Jinn, but he's also fought on par with Ahsoka Tano, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and several members of the Jedi Council. Maul is fast enough to dodge lasers, which if these are plasma blasts, they should be massively hypersonic plus, but if they are actual lasers, that could easily put him at FTL but only in reaction speed. As for actual travel speed, his best feats are subsonic, and that's being quite generous. Durability is not one of Maul's greatest strengths. He is on par with other Dathomirian Knight brothers, who are durable enough to stay conscious after having their faces slammed into the stone floor with enough force to make a crater into it. Maul can be argued to be more durable with the power of the Force, which is true. His durability can actually be highballed to around town level. Agility is his greatest strength. Like all Force users, Maul can use it to predict oncoming attacks, and he can also jump incredible distances to escape otherwise fatal blows and attacks. Skill is also super important. He was able to take on both Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon at the same time, and was able to take down Qui-Gon even when Obi-Wan being a nuisance, but he still did lose to Obi-Wan at the end of the fight. But the fact that he can still go toe-to-toe with two Jedi at once and even kill one of them is still pretty impressive. One of his greatest weaknesses is the fact that he's super overconfident and thinks very highly of himself, which causes him to underestimate his opponents and likely make mistakes. Also, without the Force, he has very basic level feats.
And now, let's get ready for the fight. This battle will take place on Earth, and remember, there is no prep time. Let the battle begin!
You are no match for me, Lord.
That can't be good. What are you supposed to be? Well, at least I found it. So, what's the master plan?
Ooh, that must have hurt. Kneel before Maul. Another one bites the dust.
Hopefully you enjoyed that animation, and if you did, super special thanks to Team Animation Rewind's Gabriel M. I'd also like to give a huge thanks to the Mecha Gamer for helping out with the research/notes for the pre-analysis script. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis. Spider-Man had 2099 problems, but Darth Maul ain't one. Okay, that pun was corny, but Miguel still wins, and if we were to debate intangibles and semantics only, you could make a very good argument as to why Darth Maul would win. The combination of Miguel not having spider sense and Darth having the Force, there are plenty of arguments that you could make saying that the spider sense would be the only good counter to stopping the Force. And if the stats were close or equal, or even if Miguel had a slight edge over Maul, I could probably see the Force being a deal breaker which would give Maul the win. But when you really look at these characters' best feats, the statistics statistical discrepancy becomes so wide, intangibles wouldn't be enough to seal the deal anymore. For example, Spider-Man was strong enough to hold off Thor's swings and even get him to draw blood. Now Thor 2099 shouldn't exactly scale to modern Thor that we all know and love, and there is no reason to believe we should have Miguel scale directly to Thor anyway, but it's one of the many things we should keep note of. Spidey 2099 survived a straight shot punch from the Thing, who again is much older but still noteworthy. He even survived having an entire skyscraper collapse on him. He was strong enough to slice off Venom 2099's arm, and he also survived Thor smashing him through 4 walls, choking him, and having smashing an entire building on him. If I were to lowball these feats, surviving a direct punch like that from the Thing in his prime had a lot of consistent mountain level feats, and even on the upper ends you could argue moon and planet level stuff, but on the low end at the very least city level feats. Thor is a can of worms, but in his prime and on the low end he had consistently low planet level feats, and that's being low, and I'm not going to be the guy to say that Spider-Man 2099 scales directly to Thor, because I wouldn't say that Peter Parker scales directly to his version of Thor, but having multiple instances of him surviving both the Thing, Thor, and one-shotting off Venom's arm, I think it is fair to say that Spider-Man 2099 at the least is city level. Darth Maul should easily be above Qui-Gon Jinn, which puts him above town level, and if he scales directly to Darth Vader, his highest would be large planet level, since the Force was strong enough to stop an entire planet from exploding. But if I have to be honest here, I don't think it's fair to have him scale directly to Vader. To quote Pre-Rosa, Anakin was born to bring balance back to the Force. Darth Vader is the chosen one, and his connection to the Force is thus unparalleled. Darth Maul himself admitted he wasn't capable of facing Vader alone in Star Wars Rebels, and while the story in question is no longer a part of the official Star Wars canon, Darth Vader fought and defeated Maul in comic Star Wars Tales issue number 9. In the end, the only one who could get close enough to Darth Vader and reach the man inside was Luke Skywalker. If you want me to wank Darth Maul directly to Vader, it would only be fair to wank Spider-Man 2099 directly to Thor, since in that battle he was quite on par with him and got him to bleed. But I'm not doing that anyway. The final point is, if we direct scale both of them, which is wank, Spider-Man would still win, and if we don't do it to either, Spider-Man would still win, making the winner of this Rumble, Spider-Man 2099.
On the next episode of Rewind Rumble.
Thunder!